Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. Apparently this week we've got some kind of Arctic front coming in over the UK and the weather's going to drop considerably. And today it's like freezing cold, which is completely bizarre after this weekend it being so nice. The weather system, and in particular the UK weather system, just makes zero sense. But anyway, it is Monday morning, it's the start of the new week, and 2 days ago I posted the video about, the full length crit video, and you have no idea how long that video took to export and all the different steps that I had to do to get that video onto YouTube, but it seems to have been pretty well received. I think the general consensus that we can take from it is, you know, maybe shorten it a little bit and sort of have more of a highlights reel, so maybe 20 or 30 minutes of footage rather than sort of the whole raw uncut version of the 1 hour race, and also to do a voiceover to talk about the race as it plays out, and you know, why I did certain attacks and why I didn't go with certain moves at certain particular points of the race. But you know, that's the great thing about this community. I post videos on YouTube, you guys comment on those videos, either positive or constructive criticism. I take that criticism and try and improve it for further videos, and yeah. And now I'm currently taking shelter under a tree because it just started raining. Quite heavy, and I wasn't expecting that. Alright, I have emerged from the tree. It stopped raining. It looks like it was just a passing shower. No big deal.
And it's a feeling that I can't explain. How you make it in your team still stay the same. Stay down from the jump and they never change. Man, it's a moment I could never trade. Yeah, I told my moms not to stress no more. Go hit the Bentley store and no credit card debts no more.
Alright, so even though I'm taking today as a complete rest day, no recovery rides to the cafe, no Zwift live streams, a rest day. It's a proper rest day today. But now the weekly time trial has started. Tomorrow I'm going to go and do that again, and I thought today would be a good day to get the time trial bike out of the garage and I just have a look at it, see what needs doing to it, and see how much work we need to do before we can get back out riding and racing on the time trial bike on my Cervelo P5. So to be honest, most of the fundamental parts are on the bike. We've got bars, we've got gear shifters, we've got the saddle, the seat post, we've got front and back brakes. The only things I took off at the end of last season were the obviously wheels, the front and rear derailleur because we need new gear cables, and finally the cranks. Now the thing with the cranks is I'm not going to have one set of cranks left on this bike because I'm going to use my SRM power meter, so I'm going to switch that between my summer, my race bike, and this time trial bike. I've only got one SRM. SRMs are expensive, and for the amount I will use this bike, I will just transition the SRM off my race bike onto the time trial bike as and when I need it. Alright, as I mentioned, I need new gear cables. I actually only need one new gear cable. So we've got a gear cable, a front and rear derailleur. That just leaves the wheels. Now let's talk about the wheels for a second. I don't actually have a pair of time trial wheels. Last season all I used to do was take my deep protection or my Zip 303s off my road bike and put them onto my time trial bike whenever I was using that bike. However, in the future I am thinking about investing in a pair of time trial wheels, maybe like a disc back wheel to start with. But yeah, for now I'm just going to be using my standard road wheels on my race bike. That on the day of a time trial event I will take off my road bike and put them onto my Cervelo. Cycling is a pretty expensive sport, especially when you've got two different bikes for two separate disciplines and you need two separate pairs of wheels and two separate pairs of derailleurs, and it's expensive. I decided to just put these new cables in off camera because I thought it was going to be a nightmare. Normally when you reroute cables it involves a lot of this and a lot of time. However, it turns out with this Cervelo frame there is internal cabling all the way through the frame out to the front and back derailleurs, and therefore it makes putting new gear cables in an absolute ease.
I put my team in position, now they making a killing, stacking blue faces straight to the ceiling. Out in Vegas I'm with them, ordering bottles of the Ace when they send them, till it ain't enough space up on the table.
Alright, barring the cranks and the wheels obviously, this bike is pretty much ready to go. Oh, and a chain. We need to get a chain. Quick update, I decided to put the cranks and the wheels on today and just get the whole bike completely built up, because tomorrow, providing the weather's okay, I'm going to be doing the time trial again. So in the morning I will go out for an easy ride on the time trial bike, so I might as well get it all set up today as opposed to doing half today and then half tomorrow morning. And that is a wrap. Perfect timing as well, because it's just started raining, but that's the bike built up, ready to go. All I need to do now is buy a new chain. So whilst it's raining, let's go to the bike shop and get a chain. Okay, quick update before I put the chain on. Even though this back wheel went on okay, it won't actually spin. And the brakes are on the widest release. It just turns out these wheels are too wide for this frame. So in the meantime, until I do get some time trial wheels sorted, I'm just going to be using these Mavic Cosmic training wheels. I mean, they will do. The main thing is that I'm riding on this frame. Alright, very happy and excited to have the time trial bike built up, ready to go. I plan on racing it tomorrow evening, weather dependent, but I will go out on it for about an hour or two tomorrow morning just to open the legs up a little bit, and also to get used to that position and bed myself into that nice time trial tuck, because believe it or not, that is quite an extreme position for your body to be in. And it's quite taxing on the body. It takes some time for your body to be able to get used to putting the power down whilst sort of being so far over in like a 180-degree angle. So that's the idea of going out for an easy ride before the actual race tomorrow evening. Alright guys, so I've got a little bit of a story to share. As I mentioned at the start of today's vlog, today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday and I was actually racing yesterday over in West Yorkshire. Now West Yorkshire is about 1 hour 30 drive. The race started at 10 o'clock, which meant it was quite an early morning, so I set my alarm like I do every day when I've got a race. If it's far away and I need to get up early, I will set my alarm. And pretty much what happened was my alarm didn't go off. It didn't go off. Now I've spoken about this to a couple of my friends and they've also said in the past they've set their phone alarm, their iPhone alarm, and it's just not gone off. Anyway, what this meant was I woke up about 7:30, the race started at 10, so I like rushed around, got my breakfast, got ready to go to the race. Luckily I had prepped everything before, you know, the night before, so all my kit and all my gear, my bike was all in the kitchen, ready to put in the car, ready to go. So I didn't really have to do a lot of organising kit, etc, etc. It was just a case of getting me ready to go to the race. However, my main priority was to get to the race and to race. I didn't think, you know, I wasn't picking up the camera to take to the race. I just had to get my breakfast and get out the door because I was in a crazy mad rush. That is why there is no race day vlog from yesterday. I'm sorry about that. On behalf of my iPhone, on behalf of my Apple iPhone, I apologise for no race day vlog. But I'm sure you can understand the circumstances. So the race itself, I won't go into too much detail and bore you too much, but the race was on a rolling circuit, so it wasn't crazy hilly, but it also wasn't pan flat. I actually felt really good in this race. The form is coming along nicely. I tried to get away in the breakaway quite a few times, but unfortunately, nothing stuck. There was too many riders there keen to bring that breakaway back, so unfortunately nothing stuck. And about 2 miles to go, Tom Pidcock, the junior cyclocross world champion, him and another lad managed to just slip off the front, and those two guys held off for positions 1 and 2. And it was essentially a mass bunch sprint from our group behind, from the bunch behind. I unfortunately got boxed in on the left-hand side of the road, so I was sprinting for like 20th place or something. I just rolled in with the middle of the bunch. There was not a lot I could do in that moment. I got myself into a bad position. That, you know, was just straight up bad tactics. I should have either been on the right-hand side of the road or moved up a little bit earlier. But hey, we all make mistakes, so we can improve on them in the future. But it's nice to know training is paying off and the form is good. Now I did manage to get one clip from this day. Someone on the side of the road actually sent me in the sprint finish on video. So thanks to Lee for the following footage. I'm going to end today's vlog with this footage. Guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please smash a thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.